Good morning. We're live right here at the Filter Coffee Parlor downtown in Birmingham, Alabama. This is the Keisa Joe show, the one and only. What's going on, Keisa? How you doing this morning, Mama?
I am doing super fantastic.
I can tell you've been smiling all the whole time since you've been up here. You know what I'm saying? Some good news must have happened to you.
Oh, it did.
Yeah, you kind of told me some stuff
it did.
behind the scenes, so congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's why hey, it's when good things happen. Good things come to those who wait.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
So how you been doing this week?
I've been doing super.
Did you enjoy your Labor Day?
I did. What did we do for Labor Day?
Nobody brought me no food for this year for Labor Day.
I couldn't help you out because I did not cook.
Most people didn't cook.
No.
Yeah.
The beautiful thing though, I had an opportunity. One of my mom's sisters came up. So she had to pick up her daughter from the airport.
Okay.
So she came and she absolutely loves. Sometimes I think we realize being here in the heart of the South Side, but she came and we thought she was going to rush back, go to Montgomery, Joe, she came and she parked the car. She got out of the car and she came and went down the street to Macario's, got her a nice plate and said, okay, I'm good now. I'll see you all later. But we have this gym here in the city and all of these wonderful restaurants here on Birmingham South Side. And when people come, it's like tourist attraction, Yeah. It's like we park, we live close by.
Yeah.
And so it was like park, hey, let's go eat. And so again, I think it's just, and I think we know it because we kind of hang out, fellowship. We hang out
after the show,
support the businesses. We are at Filter Coffee Parlor. If you have not tried their coffee, you're missing out. You're just missing out.
That salty butterscotch, that's my favorite.
Listen,
that's what they should give us every week here.
Listen, I have a friend. I came here. We did our show on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Thursday I came and I was sitting outside just doing some work and with one of my friends, and I said, you must try. He said, you have a customer. He said, that is good coffee.
Yes.
He said, you have a customer. Talk to Jeremy, whom I haven't seen this morning, but he's got his folks here who take care of us. But he got himself a new customer. But just a jewel here. And I had to mention, because I forgot to mention this last week, did you see Rocky's Pizza, which is right across from us?
I saw it's coming along. Yeah, I did. Yeah. So I got and my daughter, I don't know if it's gonna be open by next week. My daughter loves pizza. Because I asked her, I said, what do y'all want to eat? She said, pizza. I like, you coming all the way to America to eat pizza? She said, yes. I want pizza, Daddy. I want pizza.
Wants pizza.
Do not deny me my pizza.
You have to give her
this is what she knows. She said, do not deny me my pizza.
My goodness.
She's been very demanding.
Let me hip you to something then if you like some really good pizza. So there are two places which you may or may not know. What would you do in terms of pizza for your daughter? Like what guesses do you all have for pizza?
I would call Joy and Joy would tell me the places to go.
This is true.
That's what I do.
This is true.
I never guess.
This is a foodie. Joy is a foodie.
I don't never, I got friends in almost every category.
Yeah.
So I just actually text one of my friends. I call them and say, hey, where I need to go.
Where do I
Can
need
you
to
make
go?
a phone call for me? And
and make it happen. So if you're interested over here, I've never been to Rocky's. They had the lights up yesterday. Open? So that's a great question. I don't know, but I know it was all lit up this weekend.
Okay.
So it looks like they're putting the finishing touches. So if it's open, we
can probably go there for lunch today.
You may be yes. Let's see if Rocky's is open so we can check it out. Let me give you another tidbit over here. There's a pizza joint like right across the street right there.
Okay.
I think it's like Iron City Pizza or something like that.
Yeah, I haven't tried it. Is it good?
It's really good.
Oh, okay. Y'all want to do pizza today?
I'm not sure.
He don't care.
He doesn't care.
He said, as long as he ain't paying.
It's really good. It's really good. So, but and then too, I think we could check with Joy. Man, all early and everything.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you.
Salted.
Yes.
Butterscotch.
Man, and look. I don't know if they can see this here, but the way they do it, the way they put it, because they got your design different than mine. Look at that.
They've got a little heart in there.
Yeah, they got your heart. They got me the little thing there.
Our baristas here are awesome. If you have not tried it, you are missing out here. It's phenomenal.
Well, you go ahead and do the rest of it. I'm just gonna drink.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you got to sip on your coffee. It's like filled to the brim. Like
I needed this caffeine this morning because I was dragging a tab because I didn't drink no coffee. I haven't eaten a drink since last night. So
why is that?
Busy. I've just been busy.
You've been busy?
I've been really busy.
Yeah, I actually save up for the coffee, so I have not had anything to eat. I normally drink water, and it's coffee the next thing that's after that, and then lunch.
All right, now we good to go. Now we can do the show. Now I got my caffeine. I got my caffeine. I got my caffeine in my boy. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Kicked in for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what's been going on with you? I know you're awaiting the arrival of your daughter. So
man, listen, I've been working like a heat. I can't even say that on but I've been working. No, I just been working. I was finna say something else, but
the gentleman back there is laughing at you.
He knew what I was about to say. My man knew what I was about to say. He was like, "Yo, bro, do you really want to do that? Get kicked off of social media?"
Yeah, but he's saying he understands.
No, he knew what I was about to say.
He knew what you're about to say.
He knew what I was about to say. But nah, I've been working. Yeah. But I've been working a lot around the house, getting things ready for the baby girls when they come. Getting ready for my daughters. Can't call them baby girls. They're grown. Getting ready for my daughters. Getting the room set up because one of my rooms was not set up for a bedroom.
Okay.
So I came in and painted it, redid the whole bedroom. Bought new furniture for it and all that good stuff. So
if you would have asked, I would have come over and helped you with that.
Yeah, right.
Friend favor.
Nephew, tell her she didn't want none of that.
Friend favor.
Nephew.
No.
No, I didn't want any of it, nephew.
No.
Tell her,
No?
nephew.
It was too much going.
Nephew, you better tell her.
Yeah.
She didn't want none of that.
Oh, I didn't.
You want none of that. You didn't want that business at the house.
Never mind.
But I appreciate it though.
Never mind.
I
then.
appreciate it though.
Okay.
Hey, the thought is what counts.
The thought is what counts though.
The thought is what counts.
Yeah. I would have helped you.
I appreciate it.
Brought you awesome. Did you help him, nephew?
No.
The thought is
Yes,
what
he
counts.
did.
All right, fam. Appreciate you, bro.
Bye, sir.
All right, one love, man.
Okay. Well, all right. I offered. That's what counts, right?
Yeah. No. I could have asked people, but the stuff that I did, some of it was heavy lifting. Because like I said, I brought some new furniture at the house.
Oh, new furniture too.
Yeah.
You're setting it out.
Yeah.
Go, Joe.
Well,
Go, Joe.
when you come back to the house, you see it's gonna look completely different.
Go, Joe.
Right, nephew?
Go, Joe.
The house look completely different.
What?
The spot
You
is
still have-
looking nice.
You still have the red sofa?
Yeah, we got the red sofa.
Okay, just added some different
the studio
things.
has not changed.
The studio has not
The
changed.
kitchen
What
has
about-
changed and the bedrooms have changed.
The kitchen has changed. What about the dinette?
The dinette is still the same, but the kitchen completely changed.
Oh my goodness!
And the bedrooms have changed.
Can
Yeah.
we do a tour? Oh no, we're gonna come visit when they're there. If we're everybody's invited over to.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
not everybody.
not everybody.
Not everybody. No.
Wait a
Family-
minute.
family
Wait,
and
stop the
friends.
press.
Yes.
Family and friends
Family
are
and friends.
invited.
Sorry.
Hold
That
on,
was
some family.
Verbal faux pas, right? And
Some family.
and some friends.
My friends are invited. Some family invited too.
Yeah, I hear
Yeah,
you.
but no, my daughters will be in town, man. Super excited to see them. They're coming all the way from Hiroshima, Japan. Hiroshima. It's a 22-hour flight. So they'll be here Wednesday, next Wednesday night,
Wow.
about 11 o'clock.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's exciting.
And the crazy part about it, man, what's so cool, man, my youngest daughter, I've never seen her in person before. So it'll be the first time I see my youngest daughter.
Do we even need to interrupt that? That's pretty special.
How you gonna interrupt it?
Well, I mean, like, I don't know, just that bonding time. Maybe not have anybody.
Oh, you talking about coming
interrupt
over?
it. Yeah.
Oh, no, because we're going to go see their uncle over the weekend. We're gonna be like 14 hours on the road. 7 hours there, 7 hours back. Yeah, we're gonna have plenty of time to spend together.
Oh.
No, they're looking forward to meeting all my friends. Because I told them if I'm not here or whatever, that they need to be link up with all their aunties and uncles and cousins and everybody. So
Oh.
you Auntie K, Coach K.
Oh. That's just real sweet.
You know,
That's real
did you see that? He only want to put me in it. He want to put me in the family.
He's not putting you in the family.
No, he's in the family, but see, my daughter's 22 and he's 25.
Oh my goodness. I ain't
Nephew,
never seen nobody
nephew.
like this.
You can't, nephew. She's like family. You could
So
family.
when they was talking on the phone, when she was FaceTiming me, they was smiling way too damn much, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
He
Nephew.
was teaching me
Nephew.
Japanese and Korean. I was excited to learn.
I understand.
I don't know if he was excited or excited to talk to my daughter, or excited looking at my daughter. I couldn't tell the difference.
It was a combination.
I couldn't tell the difference. You know what I mean?
This
So
coffee is perfect.
yes.
Like he made this perfect. So here at Filter Coffee Party. Look, back to nephew. Nephew, you were just being friendly, weren't
I
you?
was
And you were
being-
just like you were being a gentleman, weren't you?
Our older cousin.
Yes. See, I'm gonna take up for nephew.
Okay, how y'all take it? I'm just, for me at the end of the day,
you have your eyes on him.
Not really, because like I told him, I give you everything, but just a couple of things off limits, and for him, my door's off limits.
But okay, so
I don't care. No.
So this is a great. Okay, no. So entertain me.
It's not entertaining. I'm not entertaining you. No, I know where you're going. I know where you're going. I know where you're going to. I know where you're going. No,
he's just like, no, don't. Nephew's not going to deal with my daughter.
Look, they can like me. I can't like them. Keep it like that.
Y'all, my mouth is open because people are like,
listen.
But let me.
This is where he started to cheat.
Okay.
He said, "All right, now nephew, if I can't holler at your mom, you can't holler at my daughters."
That's it.
So guy code.
That's it.
Code. Okay, but let me just say this to both of y'all. We are all adults, right?
Yeah.
An adult. And listen at this. Right? Okay, you're an adult, a nephew. So
I'm a dad.
And you're. Oh Lord.
I'm a dad. How about that? I'm a father.
Okay, so we got the adult, we've got the other adult here, we've got the dad, okay, and we've got Keisa here. So let me just say, how can I say it? People have ways of communicating without other people knowing. What movie is that when the girl hid her boyfriend from her dad, tried to hide the boyfriend from the dad? Was it the Bernie Mac movie? She was really slow. Well, anyway, forget about all of that.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, people, you may not know if people communicate all the time, Joe. You do know that, right?
Oh yeah, I know people keep secrets.
Yeah.
But if I find out somebody gonna get beat down, that's all. I mean, I'm straight dragging.
You're straight dragging it.
And, I ain't asking no questions. I'm just coming straight in. I'm just coming straight in. You know what I'm saying? Because I told you. You know what I'm saying? You have been. I have literally told you. Like it's like when God told Eve, don't you can eat off anything in the garden, right?
Just don't touch the apple.
And you took your ass over there and you went there. Went to the.
How does a heathen know about the Bible? How do you know these Bibles?
Because I know when bad people do bad stuff. I read that part. The bad part. I know. You know what I'm saying? Don't look back. Hold on. Don't look back. What you do? What you do? Your ass look back. God said don't look back. You look. See, that's a problem.
You know what
I'm saying?
What chapter that was?
I don't have no idea what chapter, but it was in there. Listen,
number.
I don't even know where Adam and Eve were, but I'm telling you at the end of the day, bro, when God told him you can have everything, just don't.
You're
see?
Right.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Correct.
So if I'm giving you everything I'm giving you everything in Garden of Eden. I'm giving you everything to you. I say one thing is off limits. Okay, that's it. So when I bust you up,
free choice too.
You did, and guess what happens? Consequences and repercussions.
Ooh.
What happened? You got kicked out the Garden of Eden, right? Okay.
So things.
So she can get what you call it, no more inheritance, and he can get kicked out the Garden of Eden. We'll be done.
I mean,
and they can be happy together. I can't stop them from being together. I can't. But at the end of the day,
a woman that chose though.
Huh?
I said last I checked, it was a woman that chose though.
Yeah, but you participated.
You
listen,
might misplace me. I might be the apple.
But guess what happened when Eve participated?
Yes.
Both their ass got kicked out the garden. God kicked both of them out. Okay, so hey, equal opportunity when it comes to both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I done told you. Hey, out of all the people, y'all two stay away from each other. No, but real talk, all honesty. If nephew were to get with my daughter, I would be honored. I think he's an honorable young man. He's a great person. I mean, I make a lot of jokes, but if he were to get with my daughter, I would be honored for him to be her boyfriend or husband, because I know he'll treat her right.
That's sweet.
Real talk.
That's
real
sweet.
Talk.
That's
real
sweet.
Talk. I joke with him a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Sweet.
I would never tell my daughter who to date, who not to date. I would never, if somebody that was in the company or whatever, and they fell in love, the only thing they will know, and one thing nephew know, anybody else will know, if you mess with my daughters, treat her right. That's all I would care.
It's a wrap.
That's sweet.
You know what I'm saying? Just make sure you take care of my daughter, because she better not come home crying that one damn time. Because now that part there, I'm coming after you. But yeah, I would be honored for him to actually date my daughter. Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
That's real sweet.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
real sweet.
All jokes aside.
All right.
I give him a hard time.
You give him a hard time, but say it's all right. He's an honorable young man. All right. Well, nephew has my nod too, because I like me some nephew.
But see,
love me some nephew.
Yeah. All right, guys. You guys just locking in right now. You're locking into your favorite morning show, the Keisa and Joe Show. We're locked in here at the Filter Coffee Party right here in Birmingham, Alabama, on the south side. There are people around getting coffee. We're drinking a butterscotch salty butterscotch this morning, and it's really, really, really good. I appreciate the owner here, Jeremy. He takes care of us here every Wednesday right here at the Filter Coffee Parlor. You guys can come on down whenever you have time, but come down and actually watch the show, like a lot of people out here watching the show with us right now. And we have the beautiful Keisa in the building this morning. Good morning. How you doing? But you know something? We got some things we need to talk about that's been going on in the news.
Yeah.
And do we got anything, the Birmingham Times, anything coming up that you need to talk about?
You know, I don't. I've been slacking a little bit. Call it a holiday slack.
That's fine. That's fine. Because, and we always on the show.
Yeah.
Hey, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. How y'all doing?
Yeah.
So we always touch a tad bit on the presidential race. So where are you with it right now?
I haven't been following very much right now.
Okay, so you still with VP Harris?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am.
You still rolling in that direction?
I am.
Okay. And I put out on my show yesterday.
Yeah.
That I think the former president, I think he's about ready to quit.
Why would you say that?
I just been listening to his.
Whoa! Why would you say that? That's kind of extreme.
I think he's looking for a way out in case he does not win. I think he's looking for, and I'm not saying this in a good or bad way. He's just different. His energy is way different than it was when he was competing with Joe Biden.
Wow.
It's completely different. And now you're listening to him and nothing is sticking. The news cycles are not, he's not winning the news cycles anymore. Now when he listens to the news cycles, people are criticizing, critiquing him. I said this on my show yesterday. If you look at former President Trump, he is the old guy in the race now. He's the old guy.
Right.
And so
which is what he taunted.
And so
Biden
everything
about.
when he was talking about Joe, about repeating and stumbling and all this other stuff, now when you listen to him,
he's doing the same thing.
He sounds like the same guy because he's stumbling, he's repeating the same stuff, he's saying the same old taglines. It sounds tired, right? And that's nothing bad whether you're a Trump fan or you or vice president fan. I'm not saying that, but I'm generally critiquing.
You're just you're talking about what you're
in general on Donald Trump's
now.
side.
Yeah.
Now, when I look at the vice president, she did an interview. I was not impressed.
Mm-hmm.
I was not impressed with that interview.
Mm-hmm.
It was okay.
Sure.
But I was not impressed to the point where, I'm like, okay, she finna knock this out the box.
Gotcha.
I think that there are some things she's really vague on.
Yeah.
As a person who lives in the United States, I would love to have heard more.
Yeah.
But here's the problem that I have with people that's talking about the race. It's hard for me to critique her, right? And saying I want more from her when the former president don't give me nothing when he speaks. You know what I'm saying? He gives me no information. He gives me taglines. He gives me bumper stickers.
Slogans.
Right? And that's it.
Yeah.
So I'm critiquing her, but it's unfair, the critique that I'm giving her, because I can't really compare her to what he's doing.
Well, that's big of you to say, because I think I shared this. It had to have been last week. One of the things that I'm concerned about is just this vague idea of, if I don't like the candidate, whatever they're saying is, oh, she's lying and blah, blah, blah. And it's not based on a factual check, fact check.
Right.
It's based on, I don't like her, so therefore anything that comes out of her mouth, she's lying. I will say part of this, and what I have noticed, I will say, I don't get the tone that I got several years ago, from him, like the nasty tone. I don't know what it is. I don't know if just the attention has shifted with us having the first African-American woman or first in such and such years, in recent years, let's say that, to enter into this presidential race. I have to be careful with that. But I just don't get the nastiness. I don't get the sharpness that I had before that really discouraged me with the political process. I'm going to vote for who I vote for. And this is the way I look at it. George Bush won the presidency years ago. And the younger George Bush, I didn't think he was very bright at all. And that's just being honest, based on some of his interviews.
Mhm.
But here's what I will say. He was of a different party than I am. But I respected the fact that once he got in office, what I relished was, number one, he was definitely presidential in nature. You
Mhm.
understand? It was a moral, a code of respect, et
Yeah,
cetera, et cetera.
for
Okay.
sure.
I respect that regardless of party affiliation. But I also relish the fact that he could lean on his dad and the wisdom there, because I listened to some of his debates. I listened to some of his rhetoric, and it just, I was not impressed. But again, I knew that as his father's son,
Mhm.
the son of a former president,
Right.
you're going to tap into that wisdom,
For sure.
and so you still feel safe with that. So I say that to say, and just pull from an historical nod to say, I figured that they're not going to bat 100 every time they step up to the mic.
Very true. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I figure that they're going to be, and think about it. You are charged as a person with having a vast knowledge of so many different arenas.
Mhm.
And what will happen is you're going to be strong where you're strong. So what I would hope for her, and I mean this with all sincerity, is if you saw a weakness there, it's time for you to shore up. You understand? This is what you do. What do I need to do to shore this information gap up, or this experiential gap up? So anyway, so I will just say that.
Yeah. Like I said, I know some people probably coming at me now because I said something about the vice president, but I don't care. Like I said, I'm being fair, right? You like it, you don't like it.
Oh, sure.
This is not a knock that's saying that she's not qualified or she's not good. It's just saying, if I listen to something, I want it more, right? And this is what people got to get realized is that I'm entitled to critique her.
Absolutely.
Because she's running for the president of the United States.
Yeah.
I'm entitled to critique former President Trump because he's running for the president of the United States.
Right.
Right. Everything I got to say ain't gonna be roses.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I said, I can't compare her to knowledge and information because the person that she's running against never gives me that. I want that.
Yeah.
He gives me nothing. Honestly, he tells me taglines. He tells me that the board is going to get strong, the economy is going to be great. He was the best thing since sliced bread. He tells me that all the time.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff does pan out that he said. Some of the stuff is not true, is what he said.
Yeah.
She's telling me some stuff she's new. So if I'm listening to her as a person that's going to be voting, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
When I'm listening to you, I'm hoping you're going to give me more.
Yeah.
And the way I look at it is, even though you're giving me more than he's giving me, I'm intelligent.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not a bumper sticker.
Right.
So now I'm looking at you, not because you're a woman, not because you're black, but I'm looking at you because you're going to be the president of the United States of America. What are you going to be doing and how are you going to get this done? Because you can tell you're going to do some stuff. How are you going to get it done?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? What's the intricate parts of what you're doing?
Yeah.
And I know that was our first one, so I know other things are going to come along with it, and I'm cool with that. But it's okay to critique the people who are running for the president of the United States. And it's not a bad critique. It's just saying, I want more.
I don't see it as a critique.
Okay.
I see it as, but some people will, of course, because one of the things that I'm striving for in my more mature years is to allow people to have voice to say, I need more. I think that's a relational issue too. You understand? I think in relationships, we get so offended if I say, well, I need more, or I don't like that, or I don't feel you handled that. Why not? Let's start normalizing being able to have those mature discussions, and Joe, that I think that's where I am right now in this space, just as a general
You're right
rule.
there?
Huh?
You're right there?
Oh, I'm right there.
Ooh,
Okay,
go ahead.
No, you talked about, I think what I have learned, y'all, what you don't know about Joe and I is Joe, we kind of came toward this the other week where we said, what did you say that you were to me? Do you remember? It's 2 words. I remember.
I say so much.
Yeah,
so.
I know you do. I'll help you out.
Was it good or bad?
It was good.
Okay, okay.
No. And I said, we were working on something, and I said, you're my creative, and you said,
okay, yeah.
Creative muse.
Mental muse, yeah.
Muse, yeah. And so I want to normalize that, because if there's an area, and you all are probably going to get a whole bunch of shots of honesty from me now, because I am in a brand new beginning in this fall season. More to come on that. But if I had an opportunity, and I'm looping it all together to say, whether it's the presidential race, whether it's interactions, is the coffee good? Oh my God, nephew is in the background, like interacting.
Our producer just did the moonwalk on while we were trying to do the show here.
With
but go ahead.
Coffee, yeah. Filter coffee parlor, by the way, everyone. But
the best coffee in the world.
In the best coffee in the
world.
I'm
saying best coffee in the world.
Best coffee
I
in the
dare
world.
anybody to come, and I'm sorry to cut out your soliloquy there, but I dare anybody to come in and challenge his coffee.
It's delicious.
I mean, I love the other people, the Bucks people, and all of the stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I got to get filter. I'm a filter man.
And here's what I say. I'm a maker. Listen, you're not a maker, but you are a brand. You're an Alabama.
I'm a maker. I'm a baby maker. I can make babies. I'm a maker. God made me. It's the Keisa Joe show. How y'all doing this morning?
I'm gonna be quiet on that.
But listen, you said I'm not a maker. So
I'm sorry.
I had to correct you on that.
Okay, correct me then.
Okay, why is this man right here? He gets on my nerve every time I see him. Every time we doing the show, we see him.
Which man?
Doug Taylor.
How you just gonna call folks out?
Doug Taylor.
How you just gonna call folks out?
We saw him walk by last week. Come on here.
So how are we so we live. So how are we gonna get you on the show? So what we need to do to get you on this show? Okay.
Well, you want him to come? Why not? You want to come next week?
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, to check your schedule.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we live right now. So hey, Doug.
Come on.
Yeah, we live right now.
Speak to everybody. Come down.
Can I button my shirt pants here?
No, sir. You do. If you got that chest like I got, baby, that thing fly. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta ask your wife. You just gotta ask your wife, sir. I'm good.
Y'all knock it out. Two of the greatest voices.
Pastor Doug Taylor, y'all. All right, we're gonna see you next. I'm gonna give you a call, man. I'm gonna give you a call after show, man.
You have his number.
I think I got Doug Taylor. I got his number. Yeah, I'll give you a call after show.
I would love for you to come on. I may not be here next week, but it'd be great to have the guy banter on September 11th. And Pastor Doug will bring him out too.
Oh yeah. He's
got his shirt on, but his shirt is buttoned up, and Joel have his shirt buttoned down. So whatever preference you want, everybody.
But like I said, I don't have to. I can walk out the house and nobody is checking the way I dress.
Pastor can't do that.
I don't know what pastor can do. You know what I'm saying? Don't let me get you in trouble.
Pastor can't do that.
Like I said, Pastor, don't let me get you in trouble. When you come on the show, say a prayer for your boy, because I'm a heathen. God's still working on me. Okay. Go ahead. Let's be here. Be here 9:30. 9:30. We got you locked in. Man, we're doing a live show here, right?
Come on.
I tell you what, won't you be my since you're gonna be, why don't you be my co-host next week?
You be the co-host.
You come in, go ahead, and I'll call you. We talk. So next week you're gonna be my co-host. How about that? Real talk. Real talk. Okay. All right, we got you locked in. So tell your whole congregation you finna be live.
I'm in a new beginning, Pastor.
So y'all know who I guess gonna be next week. Gonna be Pastor Doug Taylor.
I love it. This is the second time that we've seen.
No, we see him almost every week.
Yeah. And I was just tuned in last week. I saw him live. So today, that's it. He's got to come on the show.
So he'll be my co-host next week. So
he has a following. And shout out to Pastor Shay. She's my friend. Love her.
And listen, I didn't do anything, ma'am. I ain't saying about the shirts. If his shirt come with one button, they ain't got nothing to do with me.
He said it, Pastor Shay. She already knows.
Yeah, but see, y'all brought that up.
She might say him out like that.
But if she does, like I said, I'm just a bad influence, but I ain't had nothing to do with that.
She's all right.
Okay.
He had his shirt. He was playing nice today. He had his shirt all buttoned up to the top.
She might mess around and
but
see tomorrow.
But I'm gonna tell him, if he come in with one button, I'm coming down with two. I'm just gonna do. I'm gonna do two. I'm gonna outdo him.
A button for a button.
Yeah, button for a button. All right, guys, you guys locked into your favorite morning show,
too.
The Keisa Joe show, right here. The Filter Coffee Parlor. We're having a great time.
Yeah.
So we're still talking about the presidential race.
Yeah.
Okay, my whole thing is when I critique, I don't critique to sway anybody to think like I think.
Yeah.
I don't care how you think the way I think.
Yeah.
But I am a radio podcaster, journalist, been doing this for over 11 years now. I'm going to give you my educated opinion. But this is what I said on my show, Keisa, and I'm going to continue to say this to America, right? We can have the conversation. But what I really want people to be able to do is vote.
Yeah.
I want it to be a fair election where people are able to talk about whatever reason you're voting for your candidate, right? but we should be able to have that conversation. But you still go out and vote your heart and vote your pocketbook. You vote your legacy for the next 4 years, right?
I agree.
And Donald Trump may be that for some people. The vice president may be that for some people.
Yeah.
That ain't for me to decide.
Yeah.
It's not for me to pick out and tear apart them, individually, because I want you to like the other person.
Yeah.
I've tried my best in this space to judge each candidate properly on the fair level.
Yes.
Listen to the information.
Yes.
What you doing, what you didn't do. Oh, I think that was stupid. I think that was stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm going to give you I'm going to judge them equally. I'm not going to be biased about because I favor one or I favor the other at the end of the day. But if you're doing something stupid, I don't care who you are. I'm going to say, I thought that was stupid. You know what I mean? And like I said, right now, when I look at it from Donald Trump, I see less enthusiasm because he's not able to get a hold on something right now.
What do you think it is? Maybe you're explaining. What do you think it is?
Like I said, Donald Trump has been a master over the last 8 years, well, all his life for real. But when he's running for president, he's been a master at catching the news cycle. Now, if people remember, before President Barack Obama became the president of the United States, Donald Trump would always throw his name into the hat and say, "I may run for president." He's been doing that for years, but one time it stuck. And then he went on and jumped into the race. Mm-hmm. Donald Trump has been a massive news cycle just by saying he's going to run for president. I'm Donald Trump. It hits the news cycle. People talk about him. He had to show The Apprentice. It's all about advertising. And he's always been able to catch a news cycle and it's been positive. So
basically, he's a genius. He's a genius promoter is what you're saying.
He gets it.
Yeah.
He knows how to get free news. Right? Seriously. Because, there's paid advertisement and then there's free news.
Definitely.
And when you say Donald Trump, you're talking about him in a positive way. That's an ad for him. Right? It's advertising for his businesses and his brand. This is one of the times now when you even turn on Fox News, they're not saying great things about him anymore. They're actually critiquing what he's saying and what he's not saying and what he's running up against because the poll numbers. See, usually if the poll numbers they're gonna talk great about the former president. But his poll numbers are he's in some states he's down, some states he's equal, in some states he's winning. That's not winning the news cycle for him anymore.
Okay.
So now he's worried. I believe he's worried. And he's just trying to figure out how can I be me, but still make this stick. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And I think he's having a problem trying to stick. And I said this before. I truly believe he's going to have a problem trying to make something stick against a woman. He can't because you can't do what you do to me. You can't hit me the way you hit a man. You can't hit a woman. You can hit a woman verbally the way you hit a man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's going to be taken different. Yeah. I don't care even if you don't like this woman. When a man says something nasty to a woman, women are going to look at you a different kind of way because they look at if you can say that to a woman, how are you going to feel about me when you're the president of the United States? What are you saying to your wife? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? At home, yeah. What are you saying to your daughters? That's different. Women's going to look at that completely different. And I think that's where he needs to be more relatable. And I don't think he has figured that part out yet. I don't know if he's going to figure it out in time, but I don't think he's figured out that part.
So let me tell you what I'm sitting here thinking as you're talking. I was talking to a friend last night. I just saw your stockings. Your stockings, your socks. Your socks look like
stockings,
you don't wear stockings. Your socks look like elf socks. Those are cute.
Those are I got my own personal name on it.
Those are really cute. They look like elf socks.
But these socks got my name on it.
They're peppermint striped socks.
But they got my name on it.
That's cute.
Yeah, I love it. It's my own brand.
That's your own brand of socks. You need to start wearing your socks and showing people your socks so we can support. I always wear my socks.
No, okay. I used to have my own brand of socks, but he actually got my name across the.
I love it. That's cute.
I give you a pair.
Yes, I love those. Yeah. You're not selling them anymore? Okay, I was about to say I'm gonna sell you some socks that are cute. So could it be? I was sharing with someone. I had a friend that I was talking to last night, and she was sharing, how her experience professionally. She dealt with someone, and this young lady was not genuine. She'd built her career on a bed of lies, basically. Okay,
right.
All right. Built her reputation, her career, and she was not being authentic in business. Okay. And so she said there was a frustration because I can't believe I see it. I get it. But other people don't see it and get it. And she's still riding off of this facade. So I thought about it. I said, you need not worry about that. You need not worry about trying to expose her or being concerned about why things haven't, collapsed for her. Mm-hmm. Because if you're going to build your bed and you're going to build your house on that which is not authentic,
right,
which is not based on true experience and the truth, eventually that house comes crashing down. Okay.
I love it. I love it. And I love that because I think, when we was talking about doing the show today, we talked about, we always talking about women and dating. And I believe that you said you wanted to talk about what are the 5 things that men are looking for.
Let's do it. Let's go.
In a woman, right?
What are men looking for?
So what made you come up with this question first?
Because
I know you in the space. I know we talk about dating. I know we got people over 50. We 50 and sexy and proud. And how you say we are?
We are 50 and fabulous.
We're 50 and fabulous.
Yeah, we're part of the 50 and fabulous crew.
Well, I'm 50 and sexy.
And
Look at you, Joe. You're fabulous.
Huh? I'm 50 and fabulous.
Somebody. Why did we allow him to have a microphone on this show?
Because
why?
we love him, and
why
he's good.
I set him up.
Yeah, and he's good, and he controls them basically. So we want to stay in good with nephew. But yeah, I will, sometimes I didn't know how this was going to come. So I'm kind of new in the space, but I'm going to be back out dating again. Okay. New single. So announcement here. Had no idea I would make this announcement, but why hide? Why wait?
Wait a minute. What? Wait a minute. You doing what now?
I'm single.
Hold up, nephew. Why she announcing?
Nephew. Q Trina's single again and back on the prowl.
I can't play that. You're going to get us to go.
I made him laugh. I'm single again. Oh man, that's my theme song right now.
So now I can what we talking about on the show. I can do it now, nephew.
Be nice.
Yeah,
be nice.
You brought this up.
Be nice.
No, you did this.
Be nice.
I'm always nice. I'm just rude.
I don't know what he's gonna do.
I'm just rude. I'm just rude. So I can flirt now.
You've always flirted. You've always flirted.
So I'm saying,
I know you flirt with everybody, so I'm not special.
So I'm just saying, So you mean you can go on a date now, officially?
I don't know, because I don't want any woman beating my tail. But yeah, we can go on a date. I don't want any woman. Let me rephrase that. I don't want, because no woman's gonna beat my tail. I don't want any woman.
Tell him, Auntie. Tell him, Auntie.
Let me rephrase that. No woman's gonna beat my tail.
Well,
I don't want any woman upset with me.
Let me say this. No woman actually want me, so you're good.
Okay. Well. Let me offer you a different view.
What?
Because there are some who I told you I'm your agent.
Yes.
Once they figure out, okay, they're just friends, so they're just like, okay, Keisa, well, so and so and so and so. So
okay,
I'm just
but here's the thing: we can change that though. See, when you told me it was the truth, it was the truth with an F, but it can always change. But no, real talk. We do need to go on a date.
Yeah.
Okay.
And show people
what it's like to properly and what we're looking for, how we should dress, right? Casual.
I think that's actually a great idea.
We talked about it last week.
Okay, you need to be available and stop messing around with all these other women. Now you can keep messing with them, but we just go on a date, and it's for TV ladies. Have to be careful because they'll get.
But TV can turn into reality. Hey, TV can turn into reality, yo. I'm just saying, because she's beautiful. It'd be Beauty and the Beast. Can you imagine us being married and being on air? And I can see you doing that.
He calls himself the Beast. Hey. There are many women lined up.
Hold on. I can joke with it now. So let's do this. Keisa Lockett.
Nephew, show your
Keisa Lockett. How y'all think that sounds? Keisa Lockett.
Yeah.
He's just playing. He just playing. He has a
sir.
Come on, nephew.
Yeah.
Get him.
But you know something? That's even better. Keisa Sharp Lockett. Ooh. I like that. Keisa, I like that. Or Keisa Lockett. No, Keisa Sharp Lockett. That'd be nice. Yeah. But no, all jokes aside, I would love for us. No, we need to. We're gonna do it. Pick a place, and go on a date together.
What are we gonna show the good people on a date?
Well, let's talk about that after we do the 5 things for men. Some things that y'all ain't gonna be able to see everything. You know what I'm saying? Just never know how the date gonna start or end.
I'm gonna get him. Is what I'm going to do.
Wait a minute. This is the Keisa Joe show. We talk about relationships. Yeah. What better way to talk about relationships than, you know what I'm saying?
Than to be the example.
This coffee show tastes good.
You all see me shaking my head. They are so.
But so yeah, we'll definitely make sure that we put that together and put it on film and go on a date together.
That sounds good.
The other thing I want to do is this. Now, how did you question you was asking me is 5 things men what now?
Okay, so let me in full disclosure, right?
Sure.
I am doing so y'all. I'm telling you. So I'll give him. I always try to give him his props, even though he don't like me for real. Behind the scenes, he sometimes be a little mean to me, y'all.
I'm mean to you for a reason, though.
He don't like me for real like that. But
I'm mean to you for a reason, though.
Okay. But it doesn't matter because I have lots of experience dealing with
when y'all see her
people.
walking down the aisle with her hand in hand, talking about I do, y'all. I'm joking because I ain't even trying to get married.
No, right? I ain't either.
Listen,
let me enjoy.
Listen, but somebody gonna clip this up and somebody gonna clip this up and talk about Joe and Keisa finna get married.
Hey, you know what? I think they honestly know. You and I have teased so much in this arena. They honestly know. You said something to me one time that I came on your show on the red sofa, and some lady said, "Nah, Joe, you called her your sister earlier today, so forget." So they already know. He just kidding. But so in full disclosure,
sure,
I give him a lot of grief. He gives me a lot of grief sometimes. But what I've learned about him,
our song is playing.
And nephew, huh?
Our song is playing.
What song is that?
Pause. Can't you see? I lose.
Yeah, the folks can't hear that. So
they can't hear that. He's singing for them.
You know, that's the song we always play in our in our advertisement on social media.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. I'm following.
Yeah, Teddy Swims.
Yeah. But so in full disclosure, like this guy,
our song is playing while she's talking. I love it.
I tell him all the time. I think that his gifting is a teacher. I miss that.
No, I was just saying it's just mighty ironic. We're talking about you being misliking and our song started playing. That's all I'm saying. But go ahead.
So I always tell him his gifting is his ability to train people, right? And his ability to really kind of show you, because what Joe is like this media entity, right? This media empire. He and nephew are like this media production empire. So I had no idea. So it has to have come from my working with you, because I have been doing this for a while and trying to figure out, like, how do I get my message out there to stick? Like, how do I do this? I love podcasting. I love being on. I love encouraging people. And I love, one of the things I do is just giving people a safe space to talk. Right. Like, I'm conversation chick. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to tell you that my opinion is what matters and is the only opinion out there. No, let's talk. Let's have conversation. So in full disclosure, we have a podcast that I really do nightly, talking about dating matters. So on the show this week, we're talking about what women really want in relationships. So I told you earlier, I said, Joe, we need to talk about what men want. And we're 50 and over.
Right.
And from what I'm hearing with the ladies, they're still missing it. It's still, we're doing this. We're not connecting. So we want to know, what do men want? I mean, yeah, what do men want?
So that is a loaded question.
I know honestly. It is. I know it is.
Because for every man is going to be different.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. But are there basic things that maybe women are missing? Okay, so I really want to be serious about this part of the show here. Right. Not saying that we're not serious, but we love to joke around and have fun with you guys early in the morning. But I really want to be serious here because, like you said, I do believe there is a information gap, or I'm going to say there's a vortex. Yeah.
Between the man and the woman, especially when you're over 45 and 50 or 40 and 50.
Yeah.
On what we're looking for dating.
Yeah.
So, but a man, for me, what I'm looking for, and I'm gonna speak what Joe Lock is looking for. I can't speak for men.
Okay.
But men who probably been like me, been divorced twice.
Yeah.
Okay. Have 2 kids.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about that dude. That's me.
Yeah.
What am I looking for? I'm looking for a woman that cares about herself first and can handle herself. I think that's most important to me.
Yeah.
And she's happy with herself.
Yeah.
That's one of the first things I will pay attention to. She knows how to manage her own issues. That's probably what the first thing I'm looking for. I would say the second thing I'm looking for is for a woman who got me. And when I say that, it's not financial, right? But it's if we're dating, you're my girl, okay? You come to my house, right? You see I don't have toilet paper or I'm running out of toilet paper. Next time you come, you pick it up. You see one of my shirts that I always wear and one of the buttons is missing. You know, you fix the button on my shirt. You know, small things like that you see I'm taking care of a lot of the big stuff, but if you're just sitting around the house and you're just relaxing or whatever, you're taking care of those things and not complaining and not saying, see, I did this for you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So taking care of, I've always said this, a woman who takes care of small stuff for me without talking about it is a woman who would definitely win my heart.
He's giving you the playbook, ladies. What's up, nephew?
Got a question.
I'm not finished. Why is he talking?
Just a quick question on
well, go ahead.
Points. At least, sir, you can continue after you answer it.
Right.
Is it mandatory she need to pick up on these small things, or is it just thought in the gesture?
It just depends. It's not mandatory, but it goes high up on the list.
Okay.
If she does.
Okay.
It's not something that she needs to do because I pay attention to you. I understand small things even though I'm not your man.
Yeah.
And I got one word for you. I always tell you what I always try to make you
comfortable.
Right? That's the word I have for you. Right? And so I pay attention. So whatever I know, if there's certain things or something that's out of whack that I know when you come in, you're not going to be comfortable, I'm going to make sure that's in place for you. And so I want a woman to do those things for me. The other thing is, can we laugh together? Right? And have fun daily for the most part. I think me and my nephew, we talked about this on the show yesterday. I don't want to be serious with my girlfriend or my wife
all the time.
I don't want to be serious at all. I don't. At this stage in my life,
yeah,
we know when it's time to handle business.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm grown as hell.
Yeah.
So I don't need to be serious with you.
Yeah.
Honey, did you pay the bills? No, but I get paid tomorrow. It ain't nothing to be serious about to talk about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The only time, man, you need to talk serious is there's a death in the family or a health issue.
Yeah.
Other than that, let's just enjoy us, enjoy life, enjoy what we're doing. You know, your podcast went bad today. The internet didn't work today. Well, damn, you know, honey, it was messed up. I was frustrated. We laugh and talk about it. Well, what we're gonna do together. It's nothing need to be, you know, a part where you know it's so bad that when you come home, you're mad with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At this stage in life, stuff happens.
Yeah, you're right.
Right.
Yeah.
I was watching something on the internet. It was Tom Hanks speaking to a lot of the greats around the table. I forgot everybody around the table. It was a lot of, you know, famous people, right? And he said something that was very true. He said, don't you wish you can go back in time and tell your younger self that this too shall pass?
Yeah, not that serious.
Right?
Yeah.
This too shall pass?
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't you wish that when the movie role you didn't get and you were so mad about it?
Yeah.
But don't you wish you could go back and tell yourself this too shall pass?
Mm.
And that makes you think about, right?
Yeah.
When I'm with you, as my woman, whatever we're going through, and I love you, guess what, baby? This too shall pass.
Yeah.
We gonna be okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It becomes not okay when I'm taking it out on you.
Yeah.
When I'm making you want to make me feel better.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't want to be with that person.
Yeah.
Because you're unhappy with yourself.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you're trying to make me be the work of me to make you happy. And if I don't make you happy, now you're mad at me and everybody else too. I don't want that woman in my life. I don't want to be that person in her life.
I got you.
You see what I'm saying? And I would think, you know, if she have kids, make sure that, you know, I have a love for her kids.
Yeah.
And she has a love for my kids.
Yeah.
Not trying to be their mom, not trying to be their dad, but I want a woman who understands legacy.
Yeah.
So when we're building, we're building. If you're now my wife, I'm building for your kids too.
Yeah.
I'm leaving things in my will.
That's sweet.
You know what I'm saying? For your kids. And she's doing the same thing.
That's
right?
Sweet.
When something happens, right? The assets are now broken up between the family.
Yeah.
It ain't this they got the well, you got your own mom, you got your own mom and daddy. Yeah, but still, because me and your mama together, you're gonna be good over here too.
Yeah.
You getting a piece of the pie. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So those are, I think, some of the most. And the other thing I probably would say is, and people are gonna laugh when they say this because I say I'm always a heathen. Spirituality.
What?
Right.
That called nephew's attention. What?
Not going to church every Sunday, sitting on the morning bench,
Yeah,
been praying and running up and down the pews and saying Hallelujah, Happy Jesus.
Yeah,
but having
oil on you.
But having a sense of that there is a supreme being.
Yeah.
And treating others with respect.
Yeah.
I would love to be able to hold your hand and say blessings together for dinner. If we need to pray together, I would love to go do that. Now, am I going to be the guy that's going to get him go to church every Sunday? Hell no. But I may go some Sundays if that's what she want to do. And I'm not into church like that. But, a part of spirituality, I would definitely, because you need that in your life.
Yeah.
Without God, none of this stuff in my life would be happening.
Amen, brother.
You know what I'm saying?
Amen, brother.
Even though, like I said, God's still working on me, He has put in a lot of work in me.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So for a woman to see that in me. So those are the things I think for a man that's divorced. And don't rush me. Okay? Don't rush me to want to be something that we're not yet. Let that develop. I know you got your own timetable.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
But it has to be to a point for me where I want to make you my girlfriend. I want to make you my wife.
Yeah.
Not because you see me and I'm a good guy and now you want me to be that person for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let it naturally happen.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Let that time happens. And I think that the woman that continued to live her life and allowed me to get to know her, and I get to see her good, bad, and ugly, and she see mine, and she still loves me after the BS that I am, after the crap that I do, after the asshole that she see that I am, but she still loves me. And she see the ego that I have, right? If she still loves me after that, okay, we can be together. Because I'm all of that, plus a bag of chips and then some more. I'm not easy to be with. I know that.
Wait a minute. You're admitting that?
Yes.
Why don't you think you're be ready to answer that, but
sure.
He's giving the ladies, he's giving you the playbook. Like if I, being a single woman, and there are single women, let me just, let's just be honest.
Sure.
We know there's single women who want to be with you.
Yes.
So as a single woman, he's giving the playbook. So if you want, I mean, I'm trying to say, look, I'm all about love. Okay. I'm not, and I'm not a selfish person because I believe that
you're going to share me.
Yeah. Joe is the work husband. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because I believe that I don't believe there's just this one person, that we're supposed to be with. I believe that when you have two people who are committed to do the work, it can even be an unexpected sort of person, And I shudder to think I'm about to say this, y'all. Don't fall out when I say this, but I'm no longer limited based on ethnicity. I have a strong inclination to want to support and be with my brothers. I have a strong inclination toward that. My dad is a black man. I look at my brother, and there is a love that I have for black men. That I don't know that I'd have that. I feel like to a degree I understand. I'm still endeavoring to understand, but I have a love, and I'm very loyal to that.
Me too. I'm so loyal.
However, you are not.
You're a passport sister.
Huh?
You're a passport sister.
I'm a passport sister.
Yeah. It's okay. She's thinking about it.
I have to be open because I don't want to miss out on the opportunity to have everything that I want. I'm open to it. I'm not pursuing anything. But I'm open to whatever. But
right.
I will say, I feel like you're telling women the playbook, and there are women who really want to be with you, and you're giving them the playbook for Joe Lockett.
But so I think even though you say these things, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
I agree,
because I think women say they want a good man. They say they want to know, but you really don't want to know. What you want to know is that I'm available and I'm going to make you comfortable the way you want to. And if you like me enough, you'll do the things you need. You'll submit. I hate the word submit, but you'll actually acquiesce to what I'm looking for. I don't see a lot of women really. People say men aren't willing to put in the work.
Yeah.
A lot of women is not willing to put in the work that the man wants you to put in. You're willing to put in the work that you want to put in for me.
You don't think so? You don't think of.
Listen to what I just said.
Okay.
Women are willing to put in the work that they want to put in for me. You're not putting in the work that I want you to put in.
So what? So at that point, so because I'm all about this right here. I'm all about maybe we don't know, or number one, or number two, maybe we have to have the hard conversations where you look at someone and say, I could really like you, but you not, it seems to me that you, whatever, you be willing to put in work for you.
And
but
see,
what I would need, why can't we have those conversations?
Because sis, this is what I've experienced. It become a tit for tat. You know what I'm saying? It becomes, if I did this, right? If I do it for a period of time, I don't get what I want. You know what I'm saying? Now I got a problem with it. That's why I say I need to date a grown, mature woman, right? Because I don't want to put a time frame on how many times you did it. I don't want to count it.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
I don't want to look at, how long you done it for, or when did you miss it or not do it anymore.
Yeah.
I don't like you like that for real at that point. You know what I'm saying? If I'm doing that, I don't like you. I'm toxic. I'm looking for a reason. I'm looking for you to F up. You see what I'm saying? If I like you, one thing I've learned about myself, I don't know about other men, I never keep count if I like you because I'm doing it because I want to.
That's good information, good intel.
And like I said, for me.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work out, I'm okay with it. I don't feel like I lost it because I gave you my best. You know what I'm saying? As me and nephew, we have a running joke. I gave you my Anita Baker. I did my best. I gave you my best, right? So I'm not mad. I'm not looking at it, I don't wasted my time. That bothers me when a woman said, I don't have time to waste my time. If you like me, if I like you, it's not, if I got a chance to spend time with you, Keisa, and we did it for 3 months and it didn't work out, it was not time wasted.
No.
Let me say that to you. It really wasn't.
Yeah.
I got to know you.
Yep.
I think you're a beautiful person.
Yep.
And whatever that time was, it was time well spent for me. If I feel that the time was wasted, I was never interested in you anyway. I wanted something out of it. And if I didn't get what I want, now I feel that the time was wasted.
Yeah.
How can you waste time with me if you want to spend time with me?
Yeah.
So when somebody tell me I'm not going to waste my time. What do you mean? If I don't tap dance, well, this is the way I hear it and feel about it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tap dance. If I don't tap dance where you need me to tap dance, right? Or show you what you need to show, you're now wasting your time. Well, keep it moving anyway.
Keep it moving.
Because you need to get to know me. And if getting to know me is a waste of your time, take your ass on.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Yeah.
Because my time is valuable too.
Yeah.
The time that I spent with you, I'm not going to get that back. The money that I spent with you, I'm not going to get that back.
Yeah.
But if you told me, Joe, I found somebody else, I can't be mad.
Yeah.
Because that's the chance I took. But I would never say that was a waste. You wasted my time.
I got you. That's good. That's good. Nephew, I feel like you had something to say at some point. You're holding the mic. You didn't? Maybe I just misread. I don't know. I thought you had something to say. So here's what I've come to the conclusion, guys. I've come to the conclusion that there are everybody, we can all think that we have it together, but we don't. Everybody. And what I believe is when you get into a relationship, if you really start to explore, I think that person by nature of the relationship, I think you have two things. I think they're going to force you to come up to another level. Number one. Number two, I think they're going to expose weaknesses because relationships are for mature people. I believe good relationships. Let me clarify that. Good relationships, working relationships, I believe are for mature people. So I believe that relationships are going to expose. Now, here's the deal. I'm of the belief that nobody has it together for real.
Right.
But I think the person that will work and that the people that work and have great relationships, they know that. And they're just committed to whenever we get to the ugly or this messy point, how are we going to go through this? How are we going to work through this? I want to. Do you want to? I want to. What's the compromise? I really think it's that simple, but I think we overcomplicate it with, because for me, there's some very specific things that I know I will have to have. Not even thinking about that right now, to be honest with you, but there's some very specific things that I will have to have. But I also believe it's just that my person will be committed to work to working through. And I don't think this is anything specific to Keisa. I think it's successful relationships.
And to add to what you're saying, a good relationship does not require a lot of talking between two grown people.
I don't think so.
There are people that I talk to in my life right now that we vibe, and he or she can finish my sentence because we know what we need to do.
Yep.
There are people in my life that does things that need to be done that I didn't think of, but they get it done anyway. You're one of the people. Nephew is another one of the people, right? The person that's going to be in your life is not the person that's going to look the best on your arm. To me, it's the person who's going to have your back when nobody else does, or when you didn't know you needed somebody to have your back. Because see, what I want to be with the woman, number one, there's one more thing I left out of there. The woman that I want to be with, she's going to make me better. She's going to want to make me be better, right? Every single day.
Yes.
When I wake up, when I walk out the house, the feeling that I had when I was married before, I walked out the house. When I was married, it was a different energy because I did it, even though I didn't get it right. Let me say that. I walked out the house with a different energy because I wanted to be the best for my family. When somebody saw me, I was somebody's husband. I was somebody's father. So when they saw me in the streets, right, I wanted them to see that guy. Now, did I always get it right behind closed doors? No, I messed it up a lot.
Yeah.
Right. With my mouth, with my ego. Be the first one to say that. But in the streets, you could have never seen or heard that. You know what I mean? Because that's what I was. So I do know when I'm in a strong relationship, there's another part of me, like the Incredible Hulk, comes out, because now I want to be the best for her.
Yeah.
What I learned now as a mature man is I need to be the best for her at home too. Right. When I walk through the door, I need to be that dude for her. I'm that dude outside.
Yeah.
But when I walk through the door at home, she needs to be that fine ass woman that I'm gonna go slap on the behind, give her a kiss, and say, I missed you today.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing that. I went outside, came home, saw her. Hey, how you doing? How was your day? Okay, babe, cool. Go sit down. Or, whatever little tension you got, that tension turns into whatever. I need to be the guy to come home without tension. I need to come to get, and I'm not saying I'm gonna be perfect at this, but it's what I want to be able to do, is to come home and want to have the conversation with you. You want to have that conversation with me. You're not tired because we're having the same old conversation. No, you want to know, how did the podcast go with Keisa today? What did nephew say today? I want to know what happened on your podcast, or what happened when you went into the schools today. I want to know, we can talk about these things, and it's a great conversation because we're looking forward to have that conversation.
This is good because what we don't really talk about in relationships is mastering the monotony.
Yes, that part. That's a good. That's really good. Yeah.
Mastering the monotony, because it could get real old. Yeah. Going to do dinner every day. It could get real old walking in the door. How was your day today? Give me a kiss, blah, blah, blah. But those who understand how to master the monotony, the couples who get up and who walk every morning, and they're committed to go, we're going to walk together. We're going to be in health together. That's not necessarily about the walking. It's about them bonding, and it's about them getting to know each other. That's boring. That is, oh God, that we're going walking in. Oh God, I got to hear her tell her story again. Oh God, I've got to look at her again. But the people who understand there is a monotony that goes along with it, it's not exciting every day. It's not exciting to want to hear her stories every day. It's not exciting to want to, to maybe not to see her every day. But when you're committed to the monotony of it, the relearning the same person, that's where the success lies.
And I truly think for myself is you have to play tricks with yourself. Seriously.
Yeah.
Because
to make it more interesting, maybe?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just keep it real now.
Yeah.
You're going to get same old to me.
Absolutely.
But I have to find something when I look at you that's going to turn me on, make me intriguing, make me laugh. And I have to do that in my own mind every single day. Why am I doing this, right? So you don't get redundant, because no matter what a human being does, it becomes habitual. And some days you don't feel like doing it. Some days you get tired of doing it.
Yeah.
But you trick yourself into, doing it some kind of way. And I think a lot of times we don't talk about this part of relationships. You have to do that in a relationship too.
Yep.
Relationship is work.
It's work.
Love is work. But what I'm learning is love can be fun And you never have to work a day in your life on love if it's something that you love to do.
Absolutely.
And I think that's what I think. I thought about this the other day when I said this statement, and maybe on this show, on another show. I don't work. I never work because I love what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Now, what if I reversed that or added that to the repertoire of being in a relationship with somebody?
Yeah.
Love is not work.
Yeah.
Because I love what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I love you.
Yeah.
So it's not work anymore.
Not work.
You see what I'm saying? Now it's I want to see you smile. I want to hear that cackle that you got. You know what I'm saying? The laugh that you have that drives everybody crazy.
Yeah.
We can
that
be,
one.
But if we're in public and you did that, I wouldn't be embarrassed.
Yeah.
I would look at my baby. Look at her.
Yeah.
Look at her.
Yeah.
Got everybody looking at her. Go on, girl. Go do a little bit louder. Then I start laughing with you. Right? But that's who we are.
Yeah.
You have to be the essence of each other. Now, what I'm saying, I know it's not easy, but the essence of love and knowing what that actually going to be as a man, and now that I feel it, I understand it. I think, once I get a chance to put it into play, I'm going to be a better person. Am I going to get it right every time? Hell no. But I am willing now to become the person I need to be inside the house. I knew how to do it outside the house. Some men don't know how to do it outside or inside. I knew how to be the husband outside the house, but inside the house, I was not always the best husband.
Yeah, and I think if women were to be honest, I think they struggle with that as well. You understand? I think women struggle with it. They don't. Most women will not admit it, but they struggle with it. Women struggle with how to address a man. Women struggle with dealing with that frustration and sometimes just letting it ride instead of even having to point it out. You understand? Women struggle with some things. So I think that I think honesty is so beautiful. And I was listening to you talk about, knowing it's going to be boring and you have to play mental tricks. I guess guys do, because it could be boring. Okay, I know I got to come into the same thing. Yeah. I got to know how she's going to be looking. So guess what? As a woman, knowing that a woman, or even if it's the man, if it's a lady, okay, he going to come in and say he going to be wearing those shorts, that tore up t-shirt. So if you know that, then guess what? Knowing that human nature is you're going to get bored. Guess what? You take it upon yourself, complete autonomy, to provide a new experience. Imagine that. Imagine we just continue to date our spouse. Okay, I'm going to come in. When he comes in today, I'm going to have something a little different going on. Imagine that.
And
nephew is looking at me hard. I don't know.
Because he can't relate to none of that stuff. But because he's too young for that right now. He ain't ready for it. But
he's not ready for it.
He's 25.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think what we're talking about is, like I said, it's the mature audience.
Yeah.
Understanding what it is.
Yeah.
And I think the other thing is women need to understand, and men too. And I say this and people get mad at me. But when you get a divorce, especially men, women probably, but men especially, if he just came out of divorce and been married to a woman for a long time,
he's not ready.
He's not going to be ready.
He's not ready.
And especially if he didn't gave up a lot, regardless if he cheated, whatever, but if he didn't gave up half or 25 or 30%, this man is not trying to get in no serious relationship with you. So don't try to convince or be talking about, if he don't say this in a certain period of time, I'm out of here. It's going to take that man at least a year. Now, some guys can do it then, but for the most part, it's going to take that man at least a year to want to be in another serious relationship.
Because what I have found is there's a part where the separation comes in, and you may think, well, I'm over that. But when the ink dries and you know it's a done deal, that's a whole other arena where it's like, okay, this is for real now. We're not playing anymore. So I've been guilty of allowing people to talk to me and say, I'm good. After divorce, they're not.
No.
They're not.
They're good because they don't want to be alone. They still want to feel like they're in a relationship.
That part.
Right?
That part.
I remember when I first got a divorce, I'm glad the
Mr.
women.
Military man, keep going.
You need to go. You need to go holler. You need to go holler, man. I got the show. I got the show. Go ahead.
Hey, Mr. Military. Now, my dad was a veteran, so I was just giving honor where honor's due.
That wasn't.
You are a veteran. You're a veteran too. Mr.
No.
Mr. Soldier.
Yeah, but she gave flirting vibes to that.
Outfit back on.
Yeah,
I can do that.
That's totally different, bro.
I can do that now.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, bro. But I think at the end of the day, I think a lot of times when we're talking about, the situation when it comes to divorce and when it comes to relationships, it really just boils down to making sure you understand what you want.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Before I come to you.
Oh yeah.
Or before you come to me.
Oh yeah.
And not putting unreal expectations because I've been hurt.
Yes.
Or because somebody just did it to me.
Yes.
I'd be damned if I'm gonna let Keisa do that to me.
Yes.
That's toxic.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Whatever you did in your last relationship has nothing to do with Keisa.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? What my ex did or did not do, or what I did to her, has nothing to do with what she's gonna go through with the next guy.
That's right.
When I come to you, it needs to be a clean slate.
Absolutely.
It's tough. No. Let's be honest.
It's not easy.
It's not easy doing what I'm saying. Because you're effed up on the inside.
Yeah.
You're hurt. You're burnt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You damaged goods.
I'm not, but most people would be.
But you know what I'm saying? But it's
you caught it, nephew. Thank you. Keep going.
It's tough. Well, I was damaged.
You were?
Right? Yes, I was definitely damaged. But I had to realize when the dust cleared and the frustration or disappointment or anger subsided, the common denominator in anything in my life was always me. So regardless of what was done to me, what I felt was done to me, or where I felt I was wrong or whatever, I had to take onus of what I could control.
Yes.
And that was me.
Yes.
So how do I get better for myself?
Yes.
Not for the next person, not for my mom and dad, uncle, cousin, nobody. Yes. How do I get better for myself?
Yes.
So I don't put myself in the same situation that I did. And when I find myself in the same situation, was I a big part of messing up something that was good? Did I mess up a good person? Yes. Because I was bad?
Yes.
Okay, let's just be real now.
All that.
Did I mess up a good situation because I was bad?
All that.
See, when people hear me talk about my ex, I never say anything, derogatory about her, because again, I know what I did. I put it out here what I did.
Yeah.
It's up for my ex to tell her story, whatever that may be.
That's right.
But for me, I'm only going to say what Joe Lockett did. Like I always said, that was a point in time when I married my second wife. I was head over here for her. So I would never go ahead and just say anything disparaging about my ex. For me, I need to, if I'm going to put my story out here for people to see, because I'm in the public eye, but for people to understand this, I effed up. I made mistakes. It's a lot of things that I could have done better. Because my marriage ended the way it ended, there were things I believe I could have done better, and it wouldn't have happened that way. There's things the Bible could have prevented what really happened in our marriage. And I think if more people took more onus on what they did do and instead of what somebody did to them, I think we'll be better for the next person, instead of trying to still be mad at the person that did it and then go in and say, I'm not going to allow Keisa to do that to me.
Totally agree.
Right?
Totally
when
agree.
Keisa get me now, right?
Totally agree.
I'm good. I'm whole. And when I'm not on a bad day, I'm going to say, baby, I'm struggling. Right? I don't know if it was because this, and this, but for whatever reason, I'm struggling here. And I can have that conversation with you. And if you love me, you're not going to look at me as being weak.
Yeah.
You're going to look at me as being honest.
Yeah.
There's a difference, ladies. Yeah. Is looking at me as being weak.
Yeah.
And looking at me as being honest and saying, hey, I need help sometime too.
Yeah.
And don't throw that shit up in my face.
Yeah.
When you get mad at me.
Yeah.
If you ever want me to be strong and be your man and be the guy that you need me to be, never throw up my vulnerable point in my face. Never do that to a man. Right? Because
will a man cut a woman off for that? If she does that, will he cut her? Will he do it even if he's married to her?
Yes.
So how does a woman come back from that?
It's very hard. It's very hard because you just pierced a bulletproof vest. Let me say that again to ladies. When you cut me and I was vulnerable to you, I put my vest back on. I put on all my Teflon. I put on everything, right? Because now I can't trust you.
So how does that situation resolve itself? So
I don't know if it ever does.
So maybe that's what we look at next week. I will not be here. You and the good pastor will be here next week. But I sure would love to study that, because the issue, you know what the issue is in relationships? It's not the fact that these things happen. It's the fact that we don't know how to work through those things, or we make decisions that we're not going to work through those things.
I think, and this is the egotistical part. Some men may be able to work through it. I'm not saying they can't, but I'm just going to say this here, sis. Over 50, there are some mistakes you just cannot make. You shouldn't make. You know what I mean? That's a tough one to swallow.
It's tough.
It's tough to swallow,
It's
but
tough.
don't cut me off at my knees. When you know that I'm an alpha dude and I'm coming to you and trusting you because I love you, right? And I'm saying some stuff to you and you throw it back up in my face, you don't love me. You don't.
So
You
is
don't.
is there do you give a person grace, or is it just like, nah, you did that, I don't want? Because my concern is when you're because that's my concern is not having that grace. I if I were to be honest in relationship, I've seen myself do some things or whatever, and I feel like once that happened, it was like no more grace for you. But I had to forgive all kind of crap that kept, even though I hey, this is a concern to me, or hey, can you do? I had to keep in the mode of forgiving.
Okay, so let's talk about that.
Not the same.
So exactly,
Not the same.
It's not the same.
So let me, because
but maybe this, but what cut me? If I tell you I need you to spend time, or you're not doing, or I'm not going to even talk about other matters, and you just or performance-based matters, and none of that happens, I have to keep forgiving your part for being absent as a spouse. But but you say I do this over here, and you can never forgive me, that's it, I don't want to forgive you
because
anymore.
you already opened up your vulnerability. It's normal for you.
Hmm?
It's normal for you to be vulnerable to a point. It's vulnerable if you're
as a woman,
period, for people, because there's people like that. Now, is it more towards women? I would think so, but I don't know it. But I know a lot of dudes just like that too. If it's quicker for you to be vulnerable or to speak up or to voice your opinion along them lines that something's going on with you, either emotionally or physically or whatever it is, and it's pertaining to you, if you're quicker to do that, your vulnerability tolerance is a lot higher. You're quick to voice the opinion. I use me and Joe as the example. Joe is he's gonna state stuff. He's going to, if he don't say nothing, you at least feel the presence because he's there. It's Joe. Me and him move completely different on how that is. I'm more low key. You feel me like we talked about it yesterday. I'm a bass clef. You don't hear me, you feel me. You feel me? He is announced, but that's only because of the tolerance level. You feel me? On how we move in an environment. If I'm being vulnerable with a woman I love, and my vulnerability is already at a tolerance level of 0.
Oh, okay.
Or is it at a 1, high as 10?
Okay.
When I give that up, I'm already struggling to do that. When I give that up, I'm already hurt more that I have to do it. It doesn't matter who you are. That could be mama, that could be daddy, that could be sister, it could be my kids. That's my vulnerability level, and it's not high. My tolerance for it is low. So when you use that against me, or I feel that it's being pushed out against me, I'm not trying to already be hurt more than what I already forced myself to do to someone I love at that. That make it even, that's a triple whammy, because I went out of my way in what I felt like was going to help me, and it doesn't feel like it is, and it don't seem like it is. Why do that? You feel me? My and I don't want to call it like an alpha or a manly my defense mechanism was already lowered to someone that I felt like was protecting me. That's why I was like, it's not the same, because it's not understood the same way. For a person that is quick to be vulnerable, I have very, very hard time being truly, truly vulnerable. That's why I give a facade. If I then bring down my facade, or I'm giving it to you in a very, very genuine way, and I felt like it was hurt, it's very, very hard, if at all, to get me back to that level, because I'm not going to put myself in a predicament where I'm that weak. Like, to a point, I mean, I agree with Joe. You see, I ain't saying nothing. I got that alpha mind state from there, because I won't ever put myself in a position where I make myself weak. It don't even have to be the person.
Because you can't, because you're not protecting me. You're not
that's my protection.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If I left myself vulnerable, I mean we both are weak, right? If I came to you vulnerable, right, I'm weak. If you use that against me, that lets me know you ain't got my back.
Well,
there is no coming back from that for me.
I'm thank God that women don't have that, because I think y'all are tougher on us. I think we're expected to deal with and tolerate more.
No, I think different, because this is when I'm listening to him, and I think a women probably going to go galvanize to what you're saying. But ladies, listen to what I'm saying here. You have non-negotiables that you just gonna walk away from no matter what. There are things a man can do you where he cut you, is never be the same again. You may take him back, but it's never gonna be the same again. If he called you the B word, if he cheated on you, whatever, you may still be there, but you ain't gonna never look at him the same again. The armor is damaged. Y'all can be together forever, but that armor, what he did or what he said, is damaged. You see what I'm saying?
I do.
So that's what I'm talking about. If I got into an argument and I called you, and your cutoff was, don't never call me this, right? But because I'm angry, right? And I said it with everything and kept going. You took me back, but you'll never look at me the same way again because I disrespected you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was your non-negotiable.
Yeah.
As a woman and to a man, when I tell you my non-negotiable, you know I'm being vulnerable, and you step across that line because you big and bold and you want to be petty today, okay. You think you want to be a man. I tell women all the time, they say you act like a man. You can act like one, but you'll never be me.
Oh, this is true.
No, and the reason why I say this, because when you step into my arena, trying to be me, you can't outdo me, woman, as a man. Let me just say that to you. You cannot outdo me, woman, as a man.
I agree.
My emotional level, my tolerance, you think you can beat me? No, I promise you, I am a man through and through, and what it takes to be me and to cut through shit, you have no idea what I'm capable of, what I have to go through. And if you challenge me or you threaten me in any kind of way, I will show you. And now you become that person to me. It's a part of you that I'm looking at that's gonna be different now.
You're the type who scares me a little bit. Because I think you're cut off.
Yeah.
I think you're cut off. I think. What do you think? What do you say, nephew?
No, to that point, I'm with you. That's a Joe thing. That's a Joe thing. Nah, because I agree with him, but I don't have that. I want
that trigger.
That trigger, that flip switch.
Yeah.
Like for me, I'm with him all day. You can't outdo me to be a man.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that. Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, yes, if you go across that side, then of course we're on that level now. So you should understand what comes with being in the same level.
Yeah.
My only thing is it's hard to describe it, because that pertains to the man on how he's handling it at that same level now, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for some dudes, we there, then we there. I'm, like I said, I'm low key with it. If we there, I'm not announcing it no more. He'll more than likely give you his emotion behind it now, because now he treating you like how he would treat anybody. You pass that level to where you're not special no more. You're now towards repercussions. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm more of, alrighty, it ain't no more talking. It ain't no more now. It ain't no more feelings behind it. It's a cutoff.
It's cutoff
because
point.
now you are everyone else.
That's tough, y'all. I think that y'all have a tougher, not you two specifically, but I think men, once you all have a woman goes to a certain place with you all, outside of a miracle, she cannot come back. And I think that's part of what the issue is. And I still will say, I'll gently push back. Now I'm hearing both of you, and all I can do is respect that. That unnerves me a little bit because I'm like, as a woman, I was put in a position where there was so much that I was pushed on that I had to forgive. And I'm not even saying that to disparage that person. I'm just saying there was so much that I had to overlook. I had to forgive.
I'll bring this up as a last example, because I'm not more towards to the respect part. I would think of it like you lost somebody. You're going through grievances. There's a very special person. Now they moved on. They didn't pass away. It's no more anything from there. You remember all the times, good and bad, but the void is gone for who it was because they're no longer there.
Yes.
So when it's treated or when it's mentioned, you have to move about it in a different way now, because there's no more applied to it. It ran its course for what it was. And now you have to move different because things have became different.
Yes.
That's what I mean for me. I'll just speak for me because I can't speak for every man.
Okay.
But that's how I mean when I say when I'm vulnerable like that, I can't be vulnerable like that again. I can probably get to a different place vulnerably with you. It's not going to be like how it was initially.
I got you.
I say that not to discourage you.
I got you.
And I say
He
this too.
might be able to move about you probably in a better way. But how it was before,
it's never be that again.
Back.
No.
Wow.
And,
so that's a cautionary. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
That's a cautionary tale to women.
And
maybe that's part of the problem.
But I think here's the thing. I don't think it's the problem. I think women need to realize that there's a certain thing about women that we have to understand too. Right? Like you are the woman, right? What you say if for the happy house, the woman, the happy wife means happy life, right? So there are things as a man that we know we have to say yes and no to and just be okay with because that's just the way it is. There's no question about it. It is not, it's unfair. It's just you, that's what women won't prefer, and we have to do it. I think what women need to get to the point is understanding that this is just one of those things that if you're dealing with a man with high ego and high pride, that's the alpha dude, don't do that.
Don't do that. Is that challenging his authority?
Whatever word people want to use or phraseology they want to use towards that, right? Don't put that man in that position to have to look at you like that. It's just something you just should, unfair or fair, don't do it. Like for me, I know there's certain things with a woman that you just can't do, period.
Do you communicate that as an alpha male? Do you communicate that with women beforehand? Or is there something she, in other words, how does she know not to cross that or not to do that?
Okay, so with a dude like me, I'm big on respect. Yes, nephew.
It's time for us to get out of here.
Okay. I'm big on respect. I pull executive decision. Give us 10 minutes. I'm big on respect. So when you meet me, right? Y'all hear me say this all the time. People laugh at me. Well, y'all don't know what I'm about to say. I say Google me.
You
right?
say what?
I say Google me, right? Because I want you to understand what you see, what kind of person I am. And when I talk to you, right? As a grown woman, sis, we over 50. You get my ambiance. You get who I am as a man, which he's prideful. He's egotistical. So what are you not going to do just by reading the room if you just first met me?
Hold on. If you're prideful, egotistical.
No, if you met me for the first time and me and you had this conversation. I'm not going to
try to take, if I know that you are prideful and egotistical or that you have a, like a big personality.
Right.
Well, one of the things I'm not going to do is I'm not going to try to take a shot at you and knock you
so,
down.
The woman that loves you, the wife or the girlfriend, she knows that too, right? So when she does that, why does she do that? Because she wants to
hurt you.
Now you have hurt the person that you knew who I was. You knew how I was going to feel about it. You knew what the hell you were doing, but you did it anyway, which means you don't give a damn about me.
So from a woman's perspective, can we change the narrative and say it's not that she doesn't care about you? Can we change the narrative and say she is immature?
Yeah.
Or can we say she made a mistake? Can we say she got in her feelings?
And let me say this.
Can we say she just messed up?
Okay, so as a man, depending on where our love is, after you said it and I see remorse and because you said it, I see your body language, that'll probably soften me.
It could soften.
But if you stand on business when you saying that you keep going, right?
I'm standing on business.
Yeah, but if you keep going after you hit me a couple times,
keep going,
right?
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
And you keep doing your thing, you go on your diatribe with me.
Yeah,
I'm just sitting here just like this here.
Say okay, enough. So
no, I'm not gonna say enough. I'm gonna sit here and listen.
Go.
No, I'm gonna listen to you.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna when you say, "Are you finished?" You're like, "Okay, I'm done." Just know.
Like somebody's yelling at you. Yeah.
Because I'm gonna sit there real calm, right? And I'm gonna have to look at my face.
He
right?
scares me.
No, I'm gonna sit there. I'm gonna wait till you finish. I'm like, I love you, right? But things will never be the same again.
Ooh. I think your cutoff game is real strong, and what I want to make sure is that your cutoff game is not real. Is not strong because of
I say you don't say.
I think your cutoff game is strong. I'm okay if you tell me your cutoff game is strong because you don't want to be hurt or you feel that woman should be mature enough to know. My concern is the cutoff game is strong because I don't want to be hurt again. You'll never get to a place.
All the above.
That concerns me because, or I'm gonna push back slightly on you and say, anytime you go into the relational space, there is a risk. For sure. And so I don't know, and I'm gonna offer you a different viewpoint, and you can still say, yeah, I don't want to do anything with it. That's fine.
Yeah,
already.
No, I mean, yeah, but go ahead.
I mean, and that's fine. No, that's okay. But I'm saying. A woman's being in the moment, a woman's challenge with this, a woman taking a shot at your armor or piercing your armor at your weak spot has nothing to do with you.
True. I agree.
That's that woman's weakness.
Yes.
To the point of with a man. A woman has to understand, and as a mature woman, I understand if he has a problem with other women, he's just not a faithful guy. He's just a player. That doesn't have anything to do with me.
Right.
That has to do. Now, there may be things that I can do that may tilt him or tempt him. Yeah, I mean, I get that part. But either you're a faithful person or not.
Right.
You ticked off with me. We had an argument. Okay, so that makes me want to go cheat now. Nah, that's what you want to do anyway. Yeah. So what I'm saying is I just want to offer a different vantage point and say a woman who, Mrs. Lockett, whomever she is, or the potential Mrs. Lockett or the potential Mrs. Lockett's in the pool, the potential, what's your last name?
Watkins.
Potential Mrs. Watkins. My prayer for both of you all is that woman goes into it and knows how to work with you all and not gets cut out of her opportunity because of a bad day.
Yeah. And here's the thing, but like I said, sis,
before marriage and after.
And I would say this again: when a woman loves Joe Lockett, she's gonna know she done effed up. Because she's gonna see the expression in my face.
I'm your friend, and I know when you ain't feeling me.
But you're gonna see it. You're gonna see my body language,
I see it.
Right, and the look in my face. So if you love me, what are you gonna do? You're gonna change your tone.
Yeah, or give you space. Or
you know what I'm saying?
Space.
But if you know you done stepped in it, you're gonna completely say, you know something. Shouldn't have said that. I was a little bit angry.
Yeah,
you love me.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? People tell me you can't control how you throw your vitriol at me. You're right. But you can't control how I receive your vitriol either.
I agree with that.
You see what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
I know even when I'm at my angriest, right? The only time I cannot control my anger if I had went into a blind white rage. And I've only done that once or twice in my life. Because I don't think I act. There's not, when you go into a blind rage, you don't think about nothing, you just do. And when you wake up, it's something entirely, you don't know what the hell happened, right? And there's no recollection of how you got to whatever that situation is. Other than that, every time I've argued with a woman, disagreed with a woman, I'm thinking all the way through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Let's just be real, right?
I got you.
You're doing things on purpose. You're saying things on purpose.
Oh, I hear you. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You're whatever you're saying, you're driving your point home
Okay.
when you're angry with that man or woman.
I got you.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're trying to get to a point that you feel comfortable, so you are good. We all do that.
Yeah.
So don't give me the BS that you didn't know what you was doing. That's a damn lie. You did know. Now you want me to say I'm sorry. And this is my favorite phrase. This is why I always got in trouble in my marriage. Sorry didn't do it. Your ass did. You see what I'm saying? That was just being real, but that was my phrase. So
this is what I think. And I know you got something to say because I saw you. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you go ahead.
No, mine's real quick is you said to the future, whoever it is.
Future Mrs. Watkins.
I'm like that for people.
I got you.
I don't want that to get twisted, but like I'm just like that with women. I'm like that with people. So it don't matter who you are.
I'm like that with people too. Yeah.
And if you get to know me enough,
you'll
understand.
Or
we get to a point where we know each other, you know that.
I got you.
You know what I mean? Like it's certain stuff with my dad that I'm like that with. when it comes to vulnerability. It's like that with my mom with certain things. When it comes to vulnerability, close folks to me, my best friend, there's only certain things I felt like I could ever be vulnerable with. So I have certain people that I do that for.
Yeah.
Not to say I can't go to them people because they're important to me, but I can't go to them the same way I did. And that's not going to change. When I'm with my girl, she initially has all of that until she has something. And that's usually coming from how it is when we interact, mistakes, this or that. I'm not going to just cut off. I'm just not going to handle you the same.
I got you.
Like we gotta.
I got you.
Because I don't want it to be seeming like it's just final. I don't want it to seem like it's just straight up cut off. It's just how I handle you now.
It'll
I have
be
to
different.
be mindful because that's not my forte. When I'm in a vulnerable state, my thing is to get out of it, to not be vulnerable.
To not be vulnerable. I got you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I'm there and I get hurt while opening up to be hurt, I got to make sure I get handled right. So I'm not going to handle or put myself in a predicament where that can happen again.
Let me say this too, sis. And great point, nephew.
Yeah.
When you are with me, you want to feel safe and protected, right? That's my job. So can I say this to you? If you're my woman, isn't your job to protect me? You can't protect me physically. That's almost impossible for you to do.
I probably
Okay. But I'm saying to a point, but to a point with other female, but
I'm kidding.
But on a 1,000% level,
Yeah.
Emotionally, it is your job to protect your man. 1,000% every day, all day, all that is your job as a woman to protect your man emotionally.
Wow.
From outside and inside, that is your job.
Wow.
You can control that as a woman.
Wow. Well, this needs to be a soundbite. This needs to be something that we use. What my lesson? What I'm going to start doing is start replaying some of our shows, because if women really listen, they will be educated. And if we get out of our feelings, if we get out of our clock, our timeline, I got to have a man by this, and if we slow down and start listening, I think that we will have more success in it. If we put our degrees aside, if we put our money aside, if we put our titles aside and just listen, because what I think that is going to happen, nephew and Joe, I think y'all are teaching me. I think y'all are teaching me like how to deal with men, and my lesson that y'all haven't quite said yet, but that I'm taking on, because I'm listening to a lot of different things now, because I'm in the self-analysis state. Like, okay, you done screwed up some stuff, okay? Because if you wouldn't have screwed up, you still be married, okay, right, by now. So let's own up. Let's fess up. I can't fix anybody else. It's not trying to, not blaming. I gotta fix this part of me that contributed to this. But what I hear is, and I heard something last night, our approach is everything.
Yes.
Because even in the middle of conflict, even in the middle of challenges, you get something, you're frustrated about something. Our approach is everything.
Yes.
And I heard him say, even if you're frustrated, you don't yell at a guy.
Yeah.
If you're frustrated, you don't come at him any kind of way. A guy will hear you when you talk to him. Hey, I noticed this. What can we do? Like that. I think and I think even if a woman, you talk about being vulnerable, even if a woman has that idea, that thought with a man, how can I say it? Look, I'm frustrated about what you told me. I'm frustrated about what happened. Okay. And I'm trying to say something. What I'm saying is, in the middle of a conflict, not going there to try to hurt that person. That's what I'm saying as a general rule.
You and I had that tough conversation.
Huh?
You and I've had that tough conversation.
We didn't have about 4 or 5 tough conversations.
But we got through them though.
We did.
You know what I mean?
We did.
But we're two egotistical people. I'm
egotistical.
Okay, well, I mean, you're stubborn.
What's the word for me?
I would say for you're
Am I stubborn?
Yes, you're very stubborn.
What's an example of being stubborn? Because I've heard this about myself before, so I have to take note. When things are not the way you need it to be. Yeah. And I always say comfortable. Yeah. Right. You get agitated. Okay. And you get very poignant, very direct.
right?
Very direct.
You get very direct, which comes across as sometimes unappreciative.
Yeah.
Right. To the people that love you.
Yeah.
And when you're saying things to the people that love you, you come across worse than I do. You come across crass.
Very much so.
Right.
I'm telling.
And
bullet to the head. And
yes.
I'm trying to work. I'm working on that.
Then what happens is, and what happened between you and I when that didn't happen, I felt some kind of way.
Yeah.
Because I'm the person that loves you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why are you attacking me and not having that, the tone, the delivery,
patience.
But you just said it just now.
Yeah.
The way you delivered it could have been delivered better at the time.
Being in the moment,
right.
having to unlearn
right.
a bad habit.
Right, but I'm saying, what you were just saying, that's what I brought it because
I'm with you.
Because the way it was delivered when we had those times, right? It was delivered to somebody that, like it was different. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't love.
So I think that's part of my
that shut me down.
Yeah. And I think that's part of my issue.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's been my issue. If I had to go back and if I had to say, what do I do different? How do I do it different? I'm a results driven person.
Mm-hmm.
And that comes off as crass, inconsiderate
mm-hmm.
in the moment when I'm looking for results in the moment. And then once I get the results, I go back. But what I'm learning is when you show that, when you come at people like that, you can't take that back.
And you shut them down.
Right. And I have seen that. And I have to own that.
And people will walk away from you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Even if not physically, emotionally.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing.
Because let's just be a tad bit open about what we do. We've had the conversation. We're like, and I said, sis, stuff like this is why people don't make it to the next level. It's why you see groups and everybody break up because of the difference of opinion. I said, we got to figure out what's going to make both of us comfortable here to keep this thing going, because it's not easy when you don't see things or things are not happening in a certain way, or, things are not coming together certain ways. You get frustrated, but somebody got to have a calmer head for the bigger picture. Right. And then you got to get everybody on the same page. Right. And somebody has to be able to carry that load until everybody figures out that's on the team.
Yeah.
How and what we are actually talking about, what we're seeing. And what we're seeing is it takes hard work. Every show is not going to be great. Every show is not going to get started at the right time. But it ain't like everybody didn't show up and try to do their best. It ain't like nobody sat here and said, I'm going to sabotage the show today.
Yeah.
Right. Or I'm going to make the sound bad. I'm going to make the light bad. I'm not going to throw the advertisement out today. Something happened. Hey, can we do better?
Yeah. How do we fix
How
this
do we get
forward?
better? Right.
Yeah.
Not going back and say 3 weeks ago we didn't do this. Right. 3 weeks ago, this didn't happen. 2 weeks ago, this didn't happen. This. No, it's not just that. I'm just saying, but with everybody, no, that was me too, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
What I'm saying is when we're building in a relationship, when you're building a team, everybody got to put on the broad shoulders. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And everybody has to understand is we're all leaders in this.
Yeah.
You have your strong points. I have mine. He has his. If you take either one of us from this team, the foundation of the Keisa Joe show, it falls apart. Can't nobody say they are the number one reason why this show is success.
That's right.
Right? It's because it's a team effort.
Absolutely.
Everybody shows up each and every week and give their damn best that they can. It may not work the way we want to every week, but I know that everybody comes here every week, including our sponsors that we got to talk about before we get up out here. The Fisher Chiropractor.
And I forgot to bring the doggone certificate today.
But that's okay. But we need to talk about them. Make sure that we understand.
Fisher Chiropractic is one of our sponsors. Dr. Lamika Fisher. We want to say shout out to them. My goodness, you need.
I need a massage too, because man, I've been lifting refrigerators and everything, and my back is killing me.
You've been doing all your work there.
Man, listen.
Okay.
I'm my body's in pain.
Talk to Dr. Fisher.
Yeah, so you can get talk seriously. I really, because I am. My lower back is like in a knot right now. That's why if people keep seeing me moving from leg to leg right now, it's because my lower back is stiffening up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
We can make that happen. Consider that done. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I know we've talked. Nephew's given us grace. He's given us the wrap up sign like an hour ago, and we've been here talking. But maybe this was for me today because I told you y'all.
Well, I mean, sometimes
but
sometimes you're not gonna be here this week, and sometimes when the show is good, you just we'll chop it up and we'll keep it going.
Yeah.
So it is what it is today. But hey, we love you guys. Make sure you tune into the Joe Liker Show at 4 p.m. today, and tune into the Keisa Show at 6 p.m. today, live all across social media. Keisa, congratulations on whatever's going on great in your life. Can't wait to hear about it.
I already told it.
Oh, that's what it
Already-
was? Okay, that
yeah,
was the news?
Yeah, I already told
Okay,
you.
well, let's go celebrate then.
Yeah,
let's go have a
let's go
mimosa.
do it.
All right, guys, you guys have a great evening. You guys make sure you
Bye.
subscribe, follow us on all our social media platforms. We thank you very much for every week for chiming in with us. You know, I know how we feel about you. We love you. Have a good day. A good day. Not a good night, but a good day.